What's going on, guys? So we are going to be going with the little Beetle spin over here on this lake that I fish actually quite a lot. This used to be one of my go-tos. I fished this so much, I don't know, I kind of got a little tired of it, and it got replaced by the Trout Magnet. So the Trout Magnet is kind of my new go-to when it comes to panfish and other small fish. So we're going to be using that on the ultralight cooing teton with the 1000 Daiwa legalis. I got a bunch of mosquito bites already just from tying that thing on. So we'll give it a shot and let's get into some fish. All right, first cast, nice steady retrieve. All these lily pads are dying. Like I think I was here about a week ago when I noticed that all the algae and lily pads started going away. I think they sprayed something, and that's kind of keeping the algae at bay, but it's also killing these lily pads. Oh, here we go. Fish on right at these grasses right here. Doesn't feel too big. What is this? Bluegill? Yeah, small bluegill. All right, first fish of the day. Didn't put up much of a fight. Little kind of in-betweener, juvenile and adult coppernose. Colors are starting to come in, but it is on the smaller side. So we'll let this one go, and let's get back at it. Fish on. Little guy again. Another bluegill. All right, smallest bluegill of the two today. Cute little guy, no really colors on him. I'm assuming that's probably because it's a female. I guess it's a her, not a guy. But so far, slow action on the Beetle spin. So let's try to pick it up here on the second half of this little lake stretch. Fish on again. First cast after that little bluegill. This looks like a little guy again. Is it a bluegill? Yeah, another bluegill. Biggest one of the day though. All right, so first cast after that tiny bluegill. We got our third fish. Once again, another bluegill. This guy has the best colors of the day. Also probably the biggest of the day. Definitely a male. So the size of the ear flap kind of gives it away. A little bit of the coloring, but the females usually have a really small ear flap. The male's a little bit bigger and circular. So biggest fish of the day. Hopefully that's a good sign of things to come. See if we can make it 3 casts in a row here. That would be great. But alas, nope. We're gonna have to stick with 2 in a row. But hopefully that was a good sign of things to come. We got 2 fish in a row here. We'll try to pick up another one. Just working the edges of all these kind of algae piles. There should be a good amount of fish hanging out underneath them, waiting for somebody to swim by in the opening. Oh, fish on. That was just a little bit of algae, but that is a fish. Is it off? Nope, still on. Bluegill. Come on up here. Alrighty, fish number 4, another bluegill. Not big, but these guys aren't small, so I didn't catch any monsters today yet. but none of them have been super tiny either. So we'll let this one go and hopefully we can get a couple more, maybe of some nicer size. But the Beetle spin seems to be working. Yeah, so one thing I've always wondered about the Beetle spin is why the fish hit this part, like the actually hook and the rubber part, instead of the blade, right? Because the blade spins, it creates a whole bunch of vibrations in the water, nice and flashy. This is what attracts the fish. But then why don't the fish bite this if they're attracted to it? Why do they bite the actual grub part? That's something that I never understood. But Beetle spin seems to be working. One of my go-to lures. We'll keep fishing this thing and hopefully it produces a little bit more. Oh, fish on. Another bluegill. All right, once again, another bluegill, smaller than some of the nicer ones. Now this one's a female, so look at the ear flap on this one. A whole lot smaller, not really even round, it's more of like an oval shape, so that's the best way to tell these guys apart. But Beetle spin, once again producing. So 5 fish I think it is today, all bluegill. So that is going to do it. Ended up with 5 fish, I think it was 5, on the 1/32 ounce Beetle spin. All 5 were bluegills. And now as I'm thinking, there are 2 things that did not happen today that I am extremely happy about. So number 1, I did not lose any lures. That is always a good day. And then number 2, I did not catch any Mayan cichlids. So as you guys know, I'm not a big fan and I catch those every single time, no matter what I'm targeting, where I'm fishing, what lure or bait I'm using. So no mines today. All the fish were bluegill, all the fish were native, 0 invasives or non-natives, so that is great. Yeah, so the Beetle spin, it used to be my go-to. I kind of fell in love with the Trout Magnet over the last half year or so, a little bit less, but the Beetle spin's still one of my favorite lures for small panfish, bluegill, or really anything that's small, right? I've had a lot of success on this in the past, a lot of good videos, so one of my recommended lures. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it, and then I will see you next time.